Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a gripping story of crime, corruption, and justice, all unfolding at one of the busiest airports in the world, Atlanta International Airport. On the surface, Officer Jasmine Cole appeared to be just another diligent face of authority, ensuring passenger safety and enforcing regulations. But behind the scenes, she lived a very different life, one woven with secrets, shadows, and an underground network thriving on smuggling, bribery, and betrayal. For years, Jasmine managed to keep her double life hidden, but every game has its limits. What happens when an officer's web of lies begins to unravel? How does justice catch up with someone who thought they were untouchable? Stick around to uncover the dramatic rise and fall of Jasmine Cole and the chain reaction that changed everything. Officer Jasmine Cole seemed like just another face of authority at Atlanta International Airport, calm, composed, and dedicated to maintaining order. But beneath the surface, Jasmine was far from ordinary. Behind the badge, she played a critical role in a massive underground network thriving on corruption. This wasn't a small operation. It was an intricate web of deceit involving baggage handlers, customs officers, and even supervisors. Together, they orchestrated illegal schemes that went undetected for years. From smuggling luxury goods and illicit substances to fast-tracking security checks in exchange for envelopes stuffed with cash, this network operated like a well-oiled machine. Each person had a role, and together, they turned one of the country's busiest airports into a hub for illicit activities. For Jasmine and her accomplices, the extra money made life easier. Better cars, bigger homes, a sense of invincibility. But as the stakes grew higher, so did the risks. The network's reach was vast, but its foundations were beginning to crack, and it was only a matter of time before it all came crashing down. Little did Jasmine know, her carefully curated world was about to be exposed. The tension in the air was palpable as Officer Jasmine Cole prepared for what should have been a routine operation. Her task was simple: ensure that a suitcase filled with unmarked cash passed through security unnoticed. It wasn't her first time handling such a job, and she expected it to be as smooth as all the others. But this time, something felt different. Across the terminal, Detective William Marshall observed from a distance, his sharp eyes tracking every move. William had spent months piecing together evidence of corruption within the airport, and today was the day he planned to act. As the suitcase moved down the conveyor belt, Jasmine waved it through without hesitation, masking her nerves with practiced ease. On the other side, her accomplice Marcus retrieved the bag and disappeared into the crowd. Everything seemed to go as planned, until Jasmine's earpiece crackled to life. "Jasmine Cole, step aside," a firm voice commanded. Jasmine froze, her heart racing. She looked up to see William approaching, his expression calm but unyielding. The passengers around her began to whisper as William brought the operation to a sudden and shocking halt. In front of a crowd of curious passengers, Jasmine was taken aside, her usual composure slipping under the weight of mounting suspicion. Moments later, she found herself in the cold, isolating confines of an interrogation room. Across the table, Detective William Marshall methodically laid out the evidence against her: photographs, transaction records, and damning security footage that left no room for denial. With each piece of evidence, Jasmine's defenses crumbled, and the reality of her situation became painfully clear. Her mind raced as she weighed her options. She had always been careful, meticulous even. But now, the walls were closing in. The network she once trusted was unraveling, and whispers of betrayal reached her ears. Finally, faced with no way out and the promise of a reduced sentence, Jasmine broke her silence. She laid everything bare: names, dates, and methods, exposing the entire operation she had worked so hard to protect. It was a gamble, but in that moment, cooperation seemed like her only chance to salvage whatever remained of her shattered life. Jasmine's confession set off a chain reaction that no one could have predicted. The moment she spilled the details of the corruption network, it was like opening a floodgate. Her words led to the arrest of Marcus and several other key players within the operation, unraveling a web of corruption that reached deep into the airport's operations. News of the arrest spread quickly, and soon, the entire nation was shocked by the scale of the scandal. As authorities moved swiftly to take down the remaining members of the network, the public's trust in airport security was shaken to its core. The media swarmed the airport, hungry for every detail of the story. In the courtroom, Jasmine stood before the judge, her face a mask of resignation. The gravity of her actions hung heavy in the air as she admitted to everything: her role in smuggling, bribery, and obstruction of justice. The judge's voice echoed through the courtroom as he handed down her sentence: 5 years in federal prison. It was a sobering reminder that no matter how carefully she had lived her double life, the consequences of her choices were now unavoidable, and her fate had been sealed. This story serves as a stark reminder that while corruption might seem rewarding in the short term, offering quick gains and a sense of power, it always comes with consequences. Jasmine's rise to the top was marked by luxury, easy money, and a sense of invincibility. But in the end, those fleeting rewards couldn't protect her from the inevitable crash when the truth came to light. It shows us that every decision, especially the ones that seem harmless at first, has a ripple effect. In Jasmine's case, it not only cost her freedom but also shattered the trust of an entire system. As we reflect on her story, I want to ask you, what would you have done in Jasmine's place? Would you have risked everything for the rewards, or would you have chosen a different path? Let me know in the comments below, and let's discuss what this story really teaches us about choices and consequences. If you enjoyed this story and want to see more like it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue bringing you fascinating stories that entertain and provoke thought. And make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. We've got plenty of gripping stories and deep dives coming your way, and you won't want to miss a single one. Thanks for watching, and remember, every choice has its consequences. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.